watching this, but I do know that YouTube will always record my live streams. So I just wanted to rant, or I guess babble, I don't know. I forgot everything about what I had. I forgot everything about what I was, who I was, what I used to be. I've just kind of forgotten. And going back through and finding all of this stuff for this video has just been weird. Because I'm realizing I was something. I actually was. I had something to do on this planet before. I used to do voice acting. I had subscribers. I had fan art. I completely forgot all about this. And going back through and finding all of this old stuff has just been so weird for me. I've completely forgotten the existence of all of this. It's so weird. And I used to do a voice, and I used to have a character. It's just so weird to me that I've completely forgotten this entire 2-year period of my life. And I'm sure there are still people out there who remember me somehow. Back when I was, I'm going to turn this around here. Back when I was the gaming amethyst. And that's so crazy to me that I was something before. That, I had something going. I have to get ready for work in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to sit here and just kind of talk, I guess. Of course, nobody's listening, and that's honestly best, but people remember things, and I don't. Like, oh yeah, there's another thing. I used to be this whole thing on the internet. I used to be the gaming amethyst, and I've completely forgotten about that part of my life. And it's so strange to me to just look back and see, all of this fan art I had, all of this voice work, and I'm sure if I tried, I could still do the voice of Tord. Well, it's not that hard, because I kind of, now that I speak Norwegian on a daily basis, and I speak Spanish on a daily basis, I've just kind of gained a bit of an accent, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that, were you? Yeah, you weren't there for that era, huh? You came here in 2020. But I guess... Hang on. Like... I look around and I just kind of remember... This used to look so different. I used to just be different. But now I have, TF2 stuff and have this entire altar, and that used to be something important. I don't even remember what it is. I don't even remember who that is. But that used to be important to something. I don't know. And, I still have these Coke bottles for some reason, and I don't even remember why, but looking back at it, especially now that I realize what this was, that was all because of Eddsworld. And I guess I just never really thought about it. Like, I got this tie because of Tom, and I learned Norwegian because of Tord. And, like, there's just so much that I've completely forgotten about my entire life. And I'm sure it'll take a while to remember, but, I got this red hoodie because of Tord. I really liked Coke because of Ed. With the 10th anniversary of Ed Gold's passing coming up, I don't know how to feel about it, because I guess that meant something to me at some point. Jesus Christ, I look ugly as fuck now, but it's not like I looked any better when I was 12. But it's just so weird to me that, like, there's this entire 2-year period of my life that I've forgotten. This entire period of my life where I was something on the internet. I was the gaming amethyst. I did voice acting. I had a group. I had like a comic tub group, which all I remember from that is the downfall and how we all destroyed each other's mental health slowly. I mean, I met my first real girlfriend through Eddsworld. And Alfie, if you're watching, which you more than likely aren't, hi, I hope you're doing well, but I'll miss you, I guess. I found the Jenny meme that I made for you like 4 years ago, but it's just so strange to me. And looking back at all of this old shit I did I really mean something to someone? Did I really matter? Was there at some point in my life where my existence actually mattered, even if it was to just a bunch of 12-year-old girls on the internet? I guess I meant something to somebody, to some kid out there. Oh boy. Cora, I'm sorry, did I lock you in? There you go. I have to get ready for work, Oh, hey! Oh my god, I was literally just talking about you for a minute. Hey! How are you? Oh my god. I've just been sitting here, like, remembering. I've completely forgotten the entire 2-year period of my life where I was the gaming amethyst. And right now I'm making a video. I'm making a video about that era and just sort of an event of some kind, I guess. But, going through all of these old videos, I'm just in here realizing, like, oh my god, this was something I did. And it's so bizarre. You know. You don't know what I've done. I'm wanting it on the run. I'm wanting it on the run. Yeah. But, I'm glad you're doing well. I literally just mentioned you like 5 minutes ago. But, yeah, this is just me kind of. I didn't really expect anyone to listen, so I just kind of rambled for a bit. I just decided to go live, and I actually have to get ready for work in about 30 minutes. But, oh yeah, I don't know if you know this, but, Alfie, I got a part-time job. Yay. I have no idea if you're still listening, but I do see that there's 2 viewers. But yeah, I'm just suddenly remembering this entire 2-year long period of my life where I was something. I guess I just blocked out the entire Eddsworld era of my life. I blocked that out of my memory probably because of some trauma or some shit, but then again, I've blocked out so much of my memory that I've just completely forgotten. I've completely forgotten so much about my life, and to go back just for the sake of video and like discover or rediscover all this stuff about me is just so bizarre. And I guess I was something. I don't know. I really don't know. But I look back and I had fan art, I had a character, I had subscribers, I don't even know. Like right now I have 10K, and most of that was a bunch of stuff I did in 2018, and people just, kind of leave every once in a while. But it's so weird. It's so weird just suddenly remembering all of this stuff that I did. Like right now, I try my best to avoid Eddsworld, but the 10th anniversary of Ed Gould's passing is coming up, and I wanted to make some kind of video about it, I guess. And of course, I'm going to do my annual Coke thing, I guess, but going back and looking at all of the stuff and the stuff that we did, I was assuming Alfie is still watching, the stuff that we did together, the voice acting on all of the stuff that we did and all of the stuff that I did and all of that, I've forgotten all of it, and have it all come back is just so weird to me. God, I look ugly. I'm so sorry. Um, but yeah, wow. That's amazing to me. Did I have Harvey when I was still, no, we got Harvey in August. Alfie, have you seen the cats? Oh, cool. I don't know what that is, but okay. Um, to think that, like, you and we did something at some point. Like, for the longest time, all I could remember was our Disneyland trip. I couldn't remember any of the voice acting we did. I couldn't even remember Gay Troop. I knew that I had this, like, thing where I was, the lavender leader with the blended army or some shit, but I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think that I had something. But I did have the gay trip, didn't I? Even though it was probably one of the most toxic experiences of my life. I ruined lives. We all ruined each other's lives. The downfall of that shit was, oh boy, that I'll never be able to forget that. And sometimes I wonder how they're doing, honestly. Sometimes I wonder if fuck, what did we call him? Pidge? Pidgey? Kinky Chew? I don't know. I wonder how they're doing, knowing that Texas right now is fucked. But, yeah. I just, I don't know, man. It's just so weird suddenly remembering all of this. And, yeah, fun fact. Ever since we broke up, I just kind of was like, you know what? What if I just don't date anybody? And yeah, it's so weird. I'm not quite sure, but the responses are kind of slow at the moment. So, or like I guess either my live stream's slow because our Wi-Fi sucks or whatever. But I'm not quite sure which things you're answering there. But oh, Valorant. Okay, my coworker plays that actually. Um, well, that reminds me, I gotta get ready for work at 2:30. But yeah. Hey. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I did something. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm like thinking about right now is I actually meant something to people and I just was like, wow. Um, but yeah, it's nice to know. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream in so long, and according to the, history of videos on my channel, I guess I did live streams a lot, and I just kind of thought like, oh, what if I decide to talk about that era by doing the same thing I did in that era? I guess I don't know, but oh wait, here's something. Here's something. Okay, I have not done the voice of Tord in so long But the fact that I speak Norwegian on a daily basis and I hear and speak Spanish on a daily basis, I've kind of lost my American accent and I've sort of gained a bit of an accent. So when you listen to like 7-year-old me, which um, if I think on Movie Maker Dreamer. By the way, weird thing, I decided to make an ARG about my fucking PTSD because I didn't know what the fuck to do because I have this entire thing called the intervention. I don't think I ever told you about that, Alfie. I don't think I actually knew what happened until long after we stopped talking, but yeah, um, the intervention room. That's a whole different era of my life that I probably don't want to go into right now because I don't feel like having to listen to a bunch of screaming children in my head for the next hour. And in 20 minutes, I have to go to work. So, um, but yeah, I think if I try hard enough, I might be able to. Because what did he have? He was Norwegian, right? He had well, okay. The one guy who voiced him in the Legacy season, he had his whole own way of doing it, and I kind of mimicked that because he didn't have very much like Mr. Larson himself, which boy, I don't want to get into that. Oh boy, yeah, that that name haunts me forever because of well, I guess that's one of the reasons why I forgot about this entire era of my life because I didn't want to think about that. And I have no idea if that guy's still alive. I have no idea. But the way he spoke was totally different because with him, like, he lived in Norway for like 5 years, or like he was born there and then he moved, or what? I don't know. It's none of my business at this point. But the voice that the other guy did, which that guy got canceled recently, and I hope he got his spider taken away. That pet spider needs a better one. He needs a better, Anyways, what the fuck was his name? It had like three. It was like a first name and then a hyphened last name. Um, it was really weird, but I was able to remember really clearly back then. But I have no idea what it was now. But that guy got canceled recently. But yeah, he voiced Tord in the Legacy season. And oh hi. He voiced Horde in the Legacy season, and he had his whole own way of doing the voice. But I think that's what I mimicked at some point. And what I'm getting to here is I'm just trying to like remember how did I do it? How did I do it? I was just yeah. Let's see if Somnolent here can do the same voice that he. I don't know. I've disassociated myself from back when I still identified as a girl. I'm gender fluid. I identify as gender fluid now, and I would prefer to go by he, she, they, but preferably he. Although, that's mainly yeah. Here, I have a. This is my work ad, by the way. Um, you still do voice acting? Oh, cool. That's awesome. Um, I'm honestly really glad that I was able to influence you in some positive way. I honestly don't know. Anyways, this is my work hat. I work at McDonald's, and I have a he/him pen that I got for free at like Spencer's or something, but it's pretty good, and it kind of fits in with the hat itself. Anyways, um, there's my uniform. I gotta put that out there because I gotta get ready at 2:30. But anyways, yeah, I work from 3 to 9. But yeah, okay, so back then I was still went by she her. God, I disassociate so much. I don't know if that's a trauma thing. Jesus Christ, my face is ugly. I got cystic acne. Anyways, um, I'm trying to remember. Like, okay, let's see if this bitch can do the voice. You know, say the line part. Anyway, trying to think of something I could say. I used to be able to just go straight into the voice, but I have no idea. Okay, let's see. I think it was something like this, because it was slightly is, roll your R's just slightly. Not enough to make it sound Russian, but it wasn't. Am I doing it? I think I'm doing that. Anyway, yeah. Hello, old friend. Yeah, there we go. Haven't heard myself say that in so long. I haven't heard myself say that in so long. I don't know why I'm crying. I didn't realize I'd get emotional. I'm sorry. um, God, I'm one little traumatized motherfucker. Um, but okay, so I used to do the voice of Tord, and that was what I was most with. This is what I've gathered so far. I used to do the voice of Tord, and that's what I was most well known for. But I used to voice the other characters, although I was shit at it. I was really terrible at doing the voice of, like, Matt and Ed. I mean, Tom isn't really hard because you just have to lower your voice a little and then maybe add a slightly British accent. Jesus Christ, that just sounds stupid. But, yeah, I don't know how to do a British accent. My brother does for some reason, but I never figured that out. I actually found the video that. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. I actually, I changed to. When you knew me, I wanted to be an animator as, like, a job. I don't do that anymore. I realized animation and voice work ain't gonna pay the bills. So, what did I think? I thought, okay, my autism special interest is natural disasters, more specifically, historical natural disasters that resulted in the change of society. For example, the Tohoku earthquake. Did I say that right? Tohoku? Tohoku earthquake in 2011, March 11th, which, by the way, that just had its 11th anniversary a couple of days ago. That was a 9.1 magnitude earthquake, and that was in Japan in the Tohoku region, and it mainly affected the Fukushima prefecture. And that was actually what caused the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster, which was great. There was also the 1960 Chile earthquake, and Hishi there. Okay, yay! That's awesome. Anyways, yeah, I don't really do voice acting anymore. Hell, I don't even do animation. It's so hard. Actually, hold on. Let me open up this fucking old ass flip a clip here. Jesus Christ. Um, I've actually been working on a little AU of mine for. So I don't really feel comfortable showing it here, but I've been working on the Charlotte and James AU for so fucking long. Oh my god. I've been writing that story since February 17th of 2021, and I'm still working on it. It's actually Team Fortress 2 AU, hence why I don't feel comfortable showing it, because it's kind of silly. But, yeah, my new favorite ship is Sniper Scout. Jesus Christ, what is going on with my face? Oh my god. Yeah, we all on the spectrum here. We all we all have the big autism. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so my thing now is I want to work in FEMA. And if I can't work in FEMA, then I would like to go the meteorology route and work in NOAA. NOAA is, okay, the best way I can explain this, and this is how I explain it to basically everybody at this point. NOAA are the people who warn you about a hurricane before it comes, or a tornado, or whatever it is. Mainly the windy, wet ones, because earthquakes are particularly hard to predict. Hence why I keep praising Japan's EAS system because they have the earliest earthquake warning system in the world, and that is absolutely fucking fascinating to me. I love that. Have you ever heard their EAS? It's brilliant because it's just this little wind chime sound, and during a tsunami, however, they do play a beeping noise that actually turns on every single television in the nation to tell you about this disaster incoming. And they always say it really calmly. It's never a robotic voice. It's always a person standing in front of a microphone telling you in Japanese what the disaster is, what prefectures will be affected, and the estimated magnitude or the estimated height of the tsunami, depending on what it is. Now, their nuclear missile EAS is fucking horrifying. But, anyways, Okay, so I want to work in emergency management. So that is NOAA, which is like weather and meteorology, and they're the people who tell you about a hurricane that's coming. And then FEMA is the people who help the people in the aftermath of a hurricane. And I wanted to work at FEMA because one, I'm really interested in emergency management. Two, that's just oh shit, it's 2:20. Whoops. Is it actually 2:20? I can't tell. Oh shit, it is. All right, well, I gotta get ready. But okay, FEMA. The reason why I want to work for FEMA is because FEMA was the thing that failed the year I was born, 2005. I was born in 2005, not long after the last parts of Hurricane Katrina affected New Orleans, and the entire state of Louisiana has still not recovered because of a mistake that FEMA made, or the government made, mostly just the government. Because of political problems at the time, unfortunately, instead of FEMA coming right away to help the people of Louisiana, they sent civil authority first because people were breaking into stores because they didn't have supplies to help their family in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. And I want to work for FEMA so that never happens again because FEMA, their job is to come and help. They are supposed to help the American people after the events of a disaster. And because of what happened during Hurricane Katrina, I want to help make sure that never happens again. And if I don't make it into emergency management's, FEMA side, then I would prefer to work for NOAA because that means I get to use all of my knowledge of meteorology. And um, there aren't really any well-paying jobs for historians necessarily, but one of the things I always learn from historical natural disasters is how society responded to that, and I can use that knowledge to help people nowadays when a disaster strikes. And because of climate change, hurricanes are getting worse. Earthquakes, well, climate change isn't necessarily affecting earthquakes. However, the amount of fracking we're doing in every part of the world and the amount of oil we're harvesting out of the ground and all that, and the natural gas, that is causing earthquakes to occur in places it really shouldn't. But anyways, but yeah, climate change is also causing tornadoes to be weirder. For example, I actually was there. Okay, well, not there, but I have a weather radar app on my phone, and I'm actually part of Force 13, which is a amateur weather watch group. We watched on our radar as Mayfield, Kentucky, on December 15th, 2021, as Mayfield, Kentucky was run over by a purple swirl inside of a red cloud, inside of a yellow cloud, inside of green. That is a minimum F3 tornado. That is a very strong tornado. And in the middle of December, tornado season is from April to September. So to have a fucking it was an F4, I believe, come through Mayfield, Kentucky on a direct hit was horrifying to watch. And I'm just sitting here in Arizona watching this on my weather radar, seeing as my Discord chat just keeps going crazy and crazy and crazy. Yeah, that really inspired me to want to work in emergency management even more. Although the one good thing we did there is we were able to warn the city that was in its path. We couldn't warn Mayfield in time, and unfortunately, Mayfield, because it was a direct hit, all of their communications were down for several days, and someone who had connections to the radio system was able to hear as officers and all of the authorities were just basically saying their last goodbyes. And that's horrifying. But we were able to warn the town that was next in its path, and we were able to save probably about 100 people through social media. And that's amazing to me. And that really, yeah, that day, or that night, I guess, because it happened in the middle of the night, that night specifically taught me two things. It reminded me of the really depressing side of emergency management when you can't save people. And it also reminded me that it's not impossible to help people who are miles and miles away from you. Because we were able to warn the people in the town that was next and save hundreds of lives. Yay. Anyways, I gotta get ready for work, but, yeah, thank you for joining me for this live stream. Anyways, here's my little McDonald's uniform thingy. Anyways, okay, so this is animation that I'm working on here. I haven't done animation in goddamn forever, but I'm working on it. And this is kind of my, you can see in here the reference I had, but this is kind of my redraw of Amy, I guess. This is, I just, in the notes it said anorexic Amy, but anyways, here's Hoodie, eyeless Hoodie, and then me today. You see the resemblance? Anyways, okay, so I actually have to get ready to go because I have work at 2:30, I think. Anyways, I'm on Tumblr most of the time, so if you guys ever want to see what the fuck I'm doing with my life, go check out Somnolent Snuffkin on Tumblr. That's my main. And if you want to see more often updates, but you're also interested in Team Fortress 2, go check out my TF2 Tumblr, which is Somnolent Scout. Also, by the way, what the fuck was... Hang on. What the fuck was this? Oh, Jesus. Does anyone remember the something has to happen meme? Like, oh my god, that was fucking horrifying. One of the other things I found out is I actually have the last copy of so many animation memes from the Eddsworld fandom. And that's crazy to me. Because, like, I never really thought, like, oh my god, I saved people's artwork, and I probably am the last person to have it. And I know that I really shouldn't use it, but I won't put anything. Just like my last video, that was an Eddsworld event, the Other Side of Paradise one. Just like that. If anyone wants me to take that down and remove their part of the work from it, I'll definitely do that. Anyways, I gotta get ready to go. Thank you for joining me in this absolutely random live stream. If you want to hear more about what I'm doing with my life, go check out my Tumblr. And, hell, I might actually come home and do another live stream. Who knows? But, yeah, if you want to check me out on Tumblr, that's great. But thank you for joining me for this absolutely fucking random live stream. Okay. Goodbye.